I just started having to add a replace directive to my go.mod, and I realized I really need to make a video on this. I may have already made a video on this. It doesn't matter. This is one of the most important, most difficult things to know about, not do. It's super easy to do, but it's one of the hardest tricks in the book to learn as a Go programmer, particularly as a beginner. It took me the better part of 6.5 hours or so to find this through searching because I didn't know how to construct the words to describe the scenario of what the problem was. So the first thing I have to show you is the issue. Okay, so here's the scenario. You're coding in Go and you're working on two things at the same time. You have a program. So in my case, I have command box dash pomo, which is a program. It's also a library, but it's a program. And let's actually go into this part here. So pomo is the main.code. So you have a program here. This is using command box, which does untagged imports to get side effects, and then it allows you to make composite programs out of sub programs by just importing different command modules, provided they follow the command box API. It's my answer to some of the more unwieldy options out there. So you just do this command exec and everything works well, right? Well, so here's the sticker. So I changed command. I have a dependency here, right? So let me go back to the library. So and the library is in command.go. So, and this is, of course, this is a command box module. It's a nice way to, you can use sudo markdown to document, all nice and clean. You can set up your function to actually does the action down here, your method, blah, 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 blah. I'll talk about that later. But the main thing we care about for this conversation is this dependency right here. So I depend on conf-go. Well, I just ripped the guts out of conf-go. And, I made sure to do all the tagging and branching right so that, people in Go who are continuing to use conf-go will still get the expected behavior, but when they go to upgrade, it's going to break. It's a breaking change, and I made sure to tag it as such. So the breaking change is quite simple. I went from using a JSON file to a simple delimited file akin to properties in Java, but key equals value pairs, which is easier to parse and a bunch of things like that. But that's the fundamental change in conf-go, and that's a big change. So this package that depends on this other one that I just changed like last week, needs to be rebuilt. But I need to do it in a way that ensures that it's not published yet, right? I don't want to, and of course I did everything right. I put it on a different branch and I can even push it to that branch now and it's all public. So I'm kind of got a safety net there. I got a safety net to hold me if I accidentally push it live, right? I'm not doing live development on main. And sometimes that's okay. I think sometimes doing development on main is fine, and then having your branches be your releases. It just depends on how you look at it. But don't get confused. The point of this is I want to build command box pomo with a dependency not on the version of conf-go that's out in the wild that I published, right? But let's say I hadn't released it yet, and I just wanted to check it out, see if it was all going to work. Then I want to build it on a dependency that is on this same computer in my Git branches that are here, right? So this is where the replace parameter comes in, or whatever you want to call it, keyword for go.mod comes in. And honestly, I had to sift through a bunch of stuff to do this. So here's how you do it. You do go.mod, and then you just do replace, right? Now, I tend to do this because I can't remember where I am, so I'm going to put a PWD here. Let me turn my ESCIs on so you can see. So this is the full path to the file, right? Command box pomo. I happen to follow the same structure, pathing for conf-go. Okay, so we want to replace anytime I use github.com/rbxrob/conf-go. Anytime I use this, okay. Oh, I forgot my operator. You got to use a fat arrow. A fat arrow has an equal sign in it and a greater than. Okay, so this says when building this package or this whatever command or package, use this file directory for anytime there's ever an import that says import github.com, whatever. Replace any imports. You don't have to change anything else in your project. You can leave everything else in your project as if it would be, publish that way. So now when I build it, I can do go build, and it should. I mean, it's going to give me the different errors, right? I mean, but these are errors that I want to see. Undefined conf dash new. I mean, it's a different one, right? But the point of this little video, use your local one. Don't use remote repository. Use a local one. Yes, it's a great way to say that. Thank you. That is exactly what it says. So this directive says now, but here's the real danger, and I want to make sure you hear this. So this is really, really powerful, right? This means I can bypass all of the security constraints, all of the checksumming, all of the caching, all of the things that can ruin your day. And we'll talk about module caching another day, which makes it hard to do development unless you know what you're doing and turn it off. These are all really important pieces of Go. I'm not slamming them at all. They have to be there to make it as safe as it is. It's way safer than NPM ever was, and because these things have all been built in. But when you add a replace directive, there are a couple of dangers. So the pro is obviously that you can build as much as you want against a local copy. Yeah, it's good for typing, and this is really good for simultaneous. The reason that this is not commonly known is because the number of people who are simultaneously developing on multiple separate Git repo packages is probably pretty low. So, I mean, I'm just guessing here, but I figured the reason they haven't really punched this and helped beginners understand it is because you probably don't need it as a beginner because all your stuff's going to be in a single package, number one. Number two, there's some caveats that I have to share with you. So this should only be used in dev. The problem with this is this, and there's an open ticket on this which has not been resolved, and I'm just like watching like this with my popcorn, whatever, because I don't know how they're going to fix it. I think this is a really poor. I think modules in general were horribly designed. I'm not talking, the people who made modules this is not Rob Pike designing modules anymore, in my opinion. This is one of the failures of the new Go team, in my opinion. And I'm not attacking anyone individually, but I think that the whole module system has just been a clusterfuck of problems, particularly for beginners. And this is one of the examples I'm about to tell you. This is a seriously big example. If you do this, right? If you put replace in here like this will automatically get, if you commit this means that anybody who tries to build your thing, and it has happened, tons and tons of people have forgotten they put this replace directive here, and then they commit it. They go ahead and they commit it, and it gets in there, and then it breaks everybody. Everybody's stuff that rebuilds on this stuff is totally fucking busted. Because why? Because now they don't have that thing locally. And the ones that aren't busted, you got to even be more worried about, because that means they have a localized copy and it's not even using the checksum version. So I believe the reason that this isn't covered for beginners is because if you leave this in here and you don't delete it before you commit, and believe me, I've done it, you're going to really screw your production release out. And it is a huge ticket, and I'm not going to go pull it up. You can go look at the Go thing about it. And there's a massive thread on this to try to fix it. And they've tried to put it in a different file, which doesn't get it, because you can't add go.mod to your git ignore. you can't add go.mod to your git ignore. So people were like really, really afraid of this. Contains go.mod. Let's see, Go compiler rejects to compile is go.mod, contains go.mod contains replace. The Go compiler rejects the compiler if it's in there. No, it shouldn't. It should not. Are you having a problem with it right now? I mean, I know it works. I know it works in 1.16. I wonder if 1.17 is going to change it. Should we try? Let's try. I mean, my Go builds are failing right now for different reasons. So yeah, I mean, I could probably do this. Let's do Go install Pomo. That'll install some stuff. Directory not. Oh well. I mean, I got other problems right now because this is why I did this. I want to be able to see those problems. Oh, I put Pomo. Undefined new.conf in Go line 48 command gugs. So this is a different error. So we're gonna take care of it. There is no conf dash new anymore. Where's my conf? I can go fix that. Here we go. It's actually, no, this is going to have to change because there's no loading and stuff. So that, but this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So now it's using the right thing, and I can go fix this. Fix me, change to new conf. But it's not, I never said it was going to be backward compatible. It was going to be a breaking change, and I meant that to be the way. So that's what it up. Go mod tidy. Yes, will help clean it up. Go install blah blah latest. It won't compile. Yeah, it will. Did they take the replace hook out? I don't understand. We have a person at Twitch telling me that you can't compile with the replace directive in your go mod, and I really hope that's true. You're talking about, yeah, I'd have to get rid of some of my other bugs first. So let's try it. Go install, which is the new way of doing it. Yeah. Go mod tidy. Yes, a script that is being executed before commit. Oh yeah, right. Relative path can also be used at the right hand side of replace. Oh my God, don't do that. No, never use relative paths. I don't know about that. Oh, are you talking about in the, okay, whoa. Whew, I'm sorry to overreact there. I thought you were suggesting to use, oh, that was interesting. It dropped it. Oh, I'm in a different thing. Duh. I thought you were suggesting to use it in your imports. It's another gotcha we need to make a video about. People, if you use relative paths in your imports, you will be screwed over at some point. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Don't use relative paths here. Somebody suggested relative paths, and I thought they were mentioning right here, and I was going to be like, oh my God, you've got to give me more information on that. Golang allows a push to repo but won't compile. Cargo, let's see. Are you saying it won't allow you to push it to the repo with a replace in it? I hope it counts. I hope it catches it. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Vikas. That I know. Yeah. So he was suggesting you can use relative paths there. I haven't been using relative paths here, but if you wanted to, you could. I mean, I could, if I knew that the rest of my path was the same, I could do this probably. I've never done that, but I guess that's worth knowing about. I mean, I don't understand why that would be I guess you can. Well, okay. Yeah, you could do conf-go like that. Huh. Let me try. So, I mean, we'll find out here. Go build. Yeah. I need to do a pomo stop on that. Get my other pomo in. There. All right. So yeah. It looks like you could do it. Relative is nice, but it would still break. But it's possible to put private ignore rules and info exclude. Oh, you guys are talking about the get ignore stuff? And you're talking about some of the pre-hooks and stuff. I like your idea for the pre-hook though. The pre-hook that says, "Hey, you have a replace in here." That's a great idea. I'm glad you suggested that. So there's some people suggesting that, I mean, you could just do this. You could just do just like a grep in there, grep replace in go.mod. And if it's true, right? So God, that doesn't even take that long. You could do get hooks, pre everything, pre-push or pre-commit. What would we do? Pre-push, right? Probably. What would you suggest? A pre-push? Let's do a pre-push. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could just warn them, pre-push. Yeah, you could do something like this. You could put something in here and say, hey, do you have it in there? One is the remote, two is the URL. Anyway, I mean, there's push that you can put in there. I'm not going to go do it right now. It's pre-commit. Yeah, if you did pre-commit, see, here's the thing. I actually would probably be doing a lot of commits with it. Oh, right. No, it would just be for that file. Yeah. That's a great idea. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah. Let's do that. So git hooks dot pre-commit sample. Let's see. The example is just script. I haven't done this in a while. Rename this file to pre-commit. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, this is just an example. Yeah. So we need to say if blah 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 against equals head. Oh, not ASCII. Execute 1 to 2. Redirect or somewhere. Parse platform. I wonder if you just return, you just exit 1, right? Yeah. Let's do this. Right. So I think you can do this. I mean, let's try this. It might not hurt. So let's say, but how do we know? How do we know what our thing is? I mean, it would be. We need to get the git hosts. I mean, we need to get the name of the file. Does it pass the file? Pre-commit, yeah, but does it pass the file? I know we're gonna use grep in there, but git diff. Yeah, I guess you could do it for the whole entire git commit. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea. I see what you're saying. You're saying to just actually do the whole freaking thing. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do git diff grep replace. And yeah, I mean we'll do something here. We'll say git diff grep replace, and then we could do I mean this is like really sloppy. If we grep replace, then what? So we could have it be like this. Git diff. No, it'd be git diff and no. What am I talking about? Grep replace and exit 1. That might be it. Yep, that's the only one we would need right there. So yeah, you think it's important to use cached on the git diff? Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, that's not something I normally do, but I probably should. All right, so let's try to commit this. So let's do commit go.mod. Well, I haven't added it yet, right? No, it should add it automatically with commit, right? Yeah, commit go.mod. Please enter the commit message. Just testing. There we go. Hook was ignored because it's not set as executable. Whoopsie. So let me try it again. Git commit. It's like there's nothing to commit. God damn it. All right. So I'm going to kill this branch after this. This is interesting. I want to play with this. So, God damn it. All right. So git commit. Oh, look at that. Yeah. I think it failed. Yeah. And that's the grep. Mm-hmm. Yep, we got it. Yep. You could do git grep, git diff cached go-mod, or we could do the whole entire thing. I think the go.mod obviously is more precise, right? But see, here's the problem. I don't know. No, the git diff. Okay, I got you. Because the git diff gives you the local location. I've had problems with doing any git commands from lower repos that are not. I mean, the test of this is going to be, can you do this from a subdirectory, right? And that's always been my problem. So if I went into Pomo, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can, but some commands don't do this, like add and commit and stuff. If you're in the subdirectory, it will not go up and add it. You have to indicate it with the path. So what am I doing? Go.mod. We'll go change this back, and we'll do commit, which should not do anything because there's no change anymore. But let's go back and do it. All right, so commit. So git commit. See, I was afraid of this. See, yeah. Right here, forget the executable bit. Oh yeah, I definitely do that all the time. On a hook, I wasn't sure you had to put executable on a hook. I thought it was smart enough to do that on its own. Git was obviously it's not. So, um, so yeah, so let's do that. So we've got. See, I mean, there's lots of stuff that I don't know or forget all the time, though. But I don't want anybody to be mistaken on that point. So, so it did not catch it. I mean, that would affect any go.mod file. So even if you had another go.mod, I don't know why it would do that, but if you did, I mean, it still works. So that's a good hook. Let me show the hook again, and then I want to chase down the compilation question. Uh, Somebody else, WMW from Twitch is claiming that you can't push anything with replace in it, and I have never hit that yet. So if that's true, I want to see if that got adopted, when it got adopted, and stuff like that. That's cool. I hope that's true. So pre-commit. So here's the pre-commit. We just repped out the replace of that. You can push because you use git, yeah. Oh, the X, lol. So here's a little hook you can put in place. I'm actually gonna put this in the notes for this show, if you want to call it that. You won't be able to see it unless you go to the it'll be chopped out of the descriptions in the YouTube video. But I put that in there in bash, and that'll prevent it. So I think that's enough for this one. To go install my repo. Why would I? What did you do? Did you make a copy of a repo? Okay, so one more test here. Copy link. You're saying that somebody else won't be imported. I see what you're saying. It did go mod replace on purpose. Yeah. So let's try something. Let's make, so this is a little bit harder to test. So I want to test this. So the claim, and I believe it's true, is that you cannot import anything with a replace in the go mod file, that it's now blocked. If that's true, then that would mean that the problem has been addressed, and that's really good. So because otherwise it would have been worse. It would have broke your code and everything, right? So let's try that. So let's do git clone. No, actually I don't even need that. I can just do foo.go and put a main here, and we can what is in there? What do you got in there? I'm just trying to see what you got in there. Git clone, paste. Yeah. I don't know what's in here first. So this is cool. I like this test. So we got main.go. So there's a string, and he's got some sort of printer of their own, which means I have to pull that down to get a good sense of what's in there too. Yep, git clone. Yep. And I guess I want to see what's in here. And a bunch of colors and fun, pretty printing. This regular kind of thing. A lot of people make these. I have my own actually. Go codable. I don't like that. I would rather use this is I'll talk another day about this. I think you should use escape strings. Everybody that's using function calls to put colors and shit is like a huge waste. But still, looks pretty sane. Nice pretty printer. Go.mod. So he's got colorable in there. There's no dependencies. 1.14. Okay. Let's go back to this one and look at the go.mod file. So this go is a TTY. Colorable. It says replace pp with home blah blah blah, or let's in this case do let's do, well, there's really no way to know that. Temp slash pp. If we're going to do a true test, I want to do it right? So move pp back to temp. And go fmt error. What's up? What? Oh. There. All right. So I was right. I didn't realize I had a space there. Okay. So we got that. And heck yeah. Yeah. I don't agree with that at all. You talking about pretty printers? No. What you working on? I'm working on replacing the go mod. So I think when you do the build, so who gets the install? I mean, it's well, I guess I see what you're saying. So wait, where's my RWX again? So this one is the one that has a go mod in it, right? So in order to even get this, by the way, this is a good opportunity to tell you about the new not go get, but go install. If you do go get, it has to be in a module that's already got, checksums and require and everything. If as I understand it, if you want to tell somebody to install your thing without having to do anything extra, then you have to tell them go install. So, and you have to put the tag at the end. So I have to go look up this one again. So this is your copy of it, right? So go install. This is the new way to do stuff in 1.17 and beyond. There's a lot of gotchas for beginners, unfortunately, right now. wmw9/RWX Rob. So the claim is that if you try to install something with a replace directive, that Go will say, can't do it. This is bogus. And I really hope that this is true, because it wasn't before, and that was a huge problem. So let's try it. So there we go. Oh, this is wonderful. Downloading blah, blah, blah. Go install latest. The go mod file in the mod provided name contains one or more replace directives. It must not contain directives that would cause it to be interpreted differently than if it were in the main module. This is fantastic. Yeah. Thanks, WMW. This, I don't know when they added this. It makes me want to go back and look at it, but I'm super happy you told me that. I was operating under the old assumption that you were not protected from that. You should still not include your replace directive, right? At this moment, by the way, if you ever get this error, you need to immediately open a ticket on the library and say, you've got a replace directive in there, dude, get rid of it. But at least the compiler is like filtering it out and saving you from installing software that would do extremely unexpected, insecure things. So that's good. That's good. I'm really appreciative of that. So that's a couple ways of doing it. So number one, don't do it, right? Get it out of there. Number two, if you don't trust yourself to remember to do it, then go ahead and create a hook, create a pre-hook, a pre-commit hook that checks the cache and see if there's the word replace in there. If there is, it won't even let you commit it. That way you save yourself from the embarrassing error of committing with it in. And if you do on accident commit something with the error in it, just rest assured now, you couldn't before, that's why I was terrified, that the Go compiler will not put, I don't know what version it is that does this. I want to say it's probably 1.16 at least, but it won't even let you use stuff that has been committed with these errors in it. And that's good, because that was not the way it was before. You did it by accident, so that's how you know. Awesome. Okay, so this is great. This is one of the reasons I love having a community here to back me up when we go down these paths, and I do so rather randomly and ad hoc. I don't spend 20 minutes preparing a video for you. I just go make one and let you guys fill in the blanks. So appreciate that. That is how to use the Go replace directive. You can use it without fear. It is a very useful way to do localized development on several packages at the same time. It's totally acceptable to do that. It's meant for that. And so don't be afraid of it. Just make sure you do it right. So I'm trying to show you one that I just did again before we part ways. Box Pomo. So here we go. Go.mod, and I'm sure somebody in the comments section below is gonna add some more insight into this. Maybe somebody from the Go team will chime in. Who knows? But so another thing I learned today is that you can use relative paths here. I don't know that I would do that, but you definitely can do that. It's easier to remember that than having to do the whole full path there. If you use the same thing again, the replace directive is temporary. I have commented it out on occasion like this. I don't know if it's bad practice to leave commented replaces in your Go mod file. I mean, I don't know that that's a bad thing either, particularly since you're developing on both of them. You can just uncomment that and work on it. So that would probably be like what I would end up doing for that. So that's what we had. Yeah, the Go mod has comments for sure. So you might want to leave some of these around and say, just please leave these alone. These are for localized development. Blah blah blah. I mean, and somebody might want to do that, and as opposed to making a monolith. You might want to actually use an actual Git repo, which tends to be my preference these days. So I'm going to end this video right there. Thanks.